Hello everyone, I'm here at Intersect 2023 and I'm delighted to be joined by my old friend and colleague Peter Stephenson. Peter, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Duncan. Pleasure to be here.
So, tell us what's happening with you these days.
Well, recently people may have seen on LinkedIn that I've changed my role. I'm now working for Hydrock, a UK-based consultancy company, and I've got the position of Director of the Fire Division in the Middle East. So very pleased to announce that we've been appointed on one of the Red Sea projects, Amala, and we'll be having a kick-off meeting next week to get that project.
I can see that that's going to be exciting.
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
Excellent. Congratulations. What I'd like to just briefly talk to you about this morning is the presentation that you're doing and the importance that you're putting in terms of community risk reduction and why it's important to look at the whole risk within the community and not just fire.
Absolutely, yeah. I've done, as you're aware, many presentations and many articles about the importance of a very good building fire strategy. And within this fire strategy, there's obviously property protection, life safety, business protection and environmental protection. And I think sometimes as a consultant, you can miss the environmental protection and also the business protection in the wider community and the impact. So I thought in this presentation, I'd introduce a few items. Security threat analysis. We've worked on projects that have been effectively blank pages, so we're building from ground up and having a full understanding of the risks you've got within the project. How can you optimise the firefighting efficiency and the resources? And I think if you can design the building safely, then that actually mitigates a lot of the risks, and then you can focus on the other types of emergencies that may impact. And a lot of that information comes from the security threat analysis and a vulnerability assessment. That then moves us into NFPA 1300, which looks at the community risk assessment and the development of a community risk reduction plan. In fact, we've got an article in a magazine that we both worked on to do with NFPA 3000, which deals with the threats of active shooters. And I think it's only a short piece in the presentation. There's obviously an article in the magazine, but I think it brings home the importance of a community working together, looking at the threats, looking at the risk plan and risk profile, and how they actually respond, plan and recover.
Well, I think that we've got to the stage with the way that we're looking at the built environment and the way that the community, and like you say, if we build properties that take into account how they're going to be used, how they are going to interact with other properties and other facilities within the community, and you touched there on the active shooter, and I know that we've discussed this many times in the past, and that it's not something that communities like to talk about, but it's a risk that is more and more apparent. The lone wolf, the active shooter, that we need to grasp the issue, make it a one size fits all, because there needs to be that understanding that at least you know what you're going to do in the event of something happening.
Absolutely, yeah. You hope it won't ever happen. But if it does happen, and it might not be an active shooter, it could be inclement weather, any extreme event, being pre-prepared is very, very important.
Very much so, and quite rightly we've seen the weather systems that we're seeing across the world. California are being pounded at the moment, and we're seeing record temperature weather changing across the globe. But what people need to take away, and I think that following this little snippet, you can see Peter's full presentation will be available to view, is to take note. And I know that if you've got any questions or want further understanding, Peter would only be too keen to talk with you. Great. So what I need to say now is, Peter, as always, my friend, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Take care, and I'll see you soon. Many thanks.